What's up, everybody? It's your guy J Red once again. Before you watch this video, please subscribe to the youtube.com channel, youtube.com/We Authentic Network. Hit that subscribe button right there. And if you really do love me, hit that Cash App button for me. So I wanted to talk about, do you think that Swizz Beatz and Timbaland are sellouts for selling verses to Triller Entertainment? All right, so let's dive in on this. All right, so for those who don't know, like I just said, VERZUZ, the battle, the series that was started last year during quarantine by Swizz Beatz and Timbaland, hip hop legends, producers, legends. Like, they gave us, honestly, the most entertainment during the quarantine, besides like albums that dropped, because it was barely any sports. But we had iconic battles with the versus battle, so I don't even need to dive into all that, right? So they created this unique thing, right, for the culture. But you have some people who feel like they are sellouts for letting it go to Triller. Now, the details in this means that Triller acquired it, and they made Swizz Beatz and Timbaland shareholders within the company. So the bottom line is they gave up the verses to Triller, and they're still gonna have their hands into it, but they don't actually own verses. So someone actually spoke up about it, a celebrity as a matter of fact. Rainey Jr, the guy that has played in Barbershop 3. He's also very famous for playing Tariq in Power. Shout out to all my Power people who watched that great series. So this is what he said. He said, "Can't we ever just have something of our own? It's always about the money. Cool move, but these niggas still sellouts." So he called Swizz and Tim sellouts for giving it to Triller. Swizz and Tim responded saying, "But we own Triller." Now let me stop right there, Swizz. Because you're a shareholder does not mean that you own Triller. You're a shareholder, but technically you could say that you're a shareholder, you have shares. I have shares in different stocks, but I don't own it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I may be in and on the meetings, and what I could say may, affect the company, but at the end of the day, if I sell my show Red's View right now to BET, I no longer own it. Just like Nick Cannon, he doesn't own Wild 'N Out. A lot of us thought that he owned Wild 'N Out, but he doesn't own it. You know what I'm saying? That's why they were able to remove him from it. So the big question is, if Versus, they decide that, hey, they want to take more of an executive approach and make it be, more whitewashed, maybe. We never know. They may take it to the pop section, to where it goes away from the hip hop, the core hip hop R&B audience. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what a lot of people are really referring to if they're saying that they're sellouts. And then I think they also responded saying, "We own everything. Tell who done that." And that's what Timbaland said. But do y'all agree with Tariq? Do you feel like Timbaland and Swizz Beatz had something good, something that was black owned, and they sold out? Or do you think that they really wanted to make more money off of it, more than what they have been doing? Because I think that it's a good move. I do think it's a good move. The most important thing that I saw about it, it says that 43 artists who have participated in the versus battles, that included DMX, Keisha Cole, Ashanti, Jeezy, Gucci. It's been a lot of people, Teddy Riley, Babyface. Now all of them are going to get paid for their previous versus battles. That's incredible. They already were kind of getting paid like how the Super Bowl pays you. The Super Bowl doesn't actually pay you, but the exposure that you get from it, it's millions of people watching it. So that means that your catalog is going to be revisited, But I do want, versus is a beautiful thing. And, of course I would want it to grow. However, I do feel like that's what happened with hip hop, right? Hip hop was grassroots. It came from us. But then as soon as these labels started getting involved in all that other stuff, they started having a determining factor on what to actually put out. Peep this. Back in the 80s, when hip hop was like climbing, right? All the way up until I would say like the early 2000s is when I feel like black people as a whole, we had control over hip hop. Now they had their say so, but it was more control because it was still new. Hip hop is still relatively young. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think hip hop is 50 years old yet. You know what I'm saying? It's still a young genre. Keep in mind, people didn't think that hip hop was going to even be lasting this long. You know what I'm saying? They thought this shit was going to end like disco. But no, it became $1 billion industry, saved a lot of black people from poverty, not just black people, but white people are involved in hip hop as far as rappers, and then Hispanic people. You know, it's changed the lives of many underprivileged youths, and they made millionaires. We made moguls. We made billionaires off of hip hop, the hip hop culture. So I think we have a chip on our shoulder when, you know, the exposure comes in. When it gets too exposed, it feels like, okay, being honest, the white hand is in it, so it's going to be changed up. You know what I'm saying? I think that on a global aspect of it, if somebody wants to participate in a versus battle now, they have opportunities to probably reach more people, but most importantly, make more money. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, I'm on the fence about it. Like I said, I want people to grow and everything like that, but I do wish that they actually did own it, because Swizz and Tim own their own. You know what I'm saying? They partner with Instagram and Apple and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They partnered with them. That was their thing. And let's be real, versus all it is playing old hits versus old hits. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how far they're gonna go with it. You know what I'm saying? I think they said something about comedians being involved in it, all kind of stuff. But versus may not feel as authentic and organic as it, you know, was. Because peep this, like during the quarantine, you know, versus was just Instagram battling. Now, you know, it's more so like they have it at venues and everything, and it's still a beautiful thing to watch. But me and DJ PM talked about this the other week, that versus has kind of been falling off anyway. But you know, maybe with the bigger bag, they could get somebody like a Lil Wayne to participate, somebody like a Drake, a J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? But I like the aspect of versus being more of old school versus old school. I really, you know what I'm saying, I don't really like seeing the new people battle each other yet. The beautiful thing about the verses is that these are classics going against classics. You know what I'm saying? But how do y'all feel? Do you feel like Timbaland and Swizz Beatz are sellouts, or do you feel like this is a good move for the culture? Let me know in the comments. Drop your comments below. Again, please subscribe to youtube.com/WeAuthenticNetwork. Always hit that Cash App button. Support it, man. Support the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. The YouTube just can't pay us. Like, we got to be able to make money off of this thing, man. We're giving, you know, as content creators, we're giving you everything we got. So please, just show your support. Follow me on Instagram at JAYR3D. Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook too. I am J Red, but I prefer Instagram. I'm on Twitter too, but I prefer Instagram. But anyway, man, yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments what y'all think. J Red, Red's View. I'm signing out.